Phrasal verb 1. Make up. It means to reconcile or create.
Example 1. They had an argument but later made up and became friends again. Example 2. The couple decided to make up after their disagreement and apologize to each other. Example 3. She likes to make up stories and create fictional characters in her writing.
Phrasal verb 2. Get back. It means to return to a previous location or state.
Example 1. I forgot my keys at home, so I need to get back before we leave. Example 2. After a long vacation, it's always nice to get back to your own bed. Example 3. Don't worry, I'll help you find your way back to the hotel if you get lost.
Phrasal verb 3. Cut off. It means to separate or disconnect abruptly.
Example 1. The storm cut off the power supply to the entire neighborhood. Example 2. I accidentally cut off my finger while chopping vegetables. Example 3. The phone call was cut off before I could finish my sentence.
Phrasal verb 4. Put on. It means to wear or dress oneself in.
Example 1. She put on her favorite dress for the party. Example 2. He quickly put on his coat to stay warm in the cold weather. Example 3. They put on their shoes before going outside to play.
Phrasal verb 5. Come apart. It means separate or break into pieces.
Example 1. The old book's pages started to come apart as I flipped through them. Example 2. The toy car came apart when it collided with the wall. Example 3. The zipper on my jacket came apart, making it difficult to zip up.
Phrasal verb 6. Hang out. It means spend time together casually or informally.
Example 1. We like to hang out at the park and play frisbee on weekends. Example 2. After school, the group of friends would often hang out at the local cafe. Example 3. Let's invite Jane to hang out with us this evening and watch a movie.
Phrasal verb 7. Back up. It means provide support or assistance.
Example 1. My friend always backs me up when I need help with my homework. Example 2. The IT team is responsible for backing up important files on the computer system. Example 3. I will back you up during the meeting if you need someone to support your ideas.
Phrasal verb 8. Stand out. It means to be noticeable or distinctive.
Example 1. Her bright red dress made her stand out in the crowd. Example 2. Among all the applicants, his qualifications and experience really stood out. Example 3. The tall building with its unique architecture stood out in the city skyline.
Phrasal verb 9. Get off. It means exit or step down from something.
Example 1. He got off the bus at the next stop. Example 2. The passengers will get off the plane after landing. Example 3. Please get off the chair and let someone else sit.
Phrasal verb 10. Build up. It means to develop or increase gradually.
Example 1. Regular exercise can help build up your strength and endurance over time. Example 2. He started with small investments and gradually built up his financial portfolio. Example 3. The company worked hard to build up a loyal customer base through quality products and excellent customer service.
Phrasal verb 11. Look for. It means to search or seek something.
Example 1. I need to look for my keys. I can't find them anywhere. Example 2. She went to the store to look for a new pair of shoes. Example 3. We should look for a reliable plumber to fix the leak in the bathroom.
Phrasal verb 12. Find fault. It means to criticize or complain about something or someone.
Example 1. He always finds fault with everything I do, no matter how hard I try. Example 2. Instead of appreciating her efforts, he constantly finds fault with her work. Example 3. Some people have a tendency to find fault with others instead of offering support or encouragement.
Phrasal verb 13. Go back. It means, return to a previous location.
Example 1. I forgot my keys at home, so I had to go back and get them. Example 2. We explored the trail but realized we were going the wrong way, so we had to go back. Example 3. After living abroad for years, she decided to go back to her hometown and be closer to family.
Phrasal verb 14. Check in. It means, to register or arrive at a place.
Example 1. I need to check in at the hotel before I can get my room key. Example 2. Passengers are required to check in at least 2 hours before the flight. Example 3. Don't forget to check in at the conference registration desk when you arrive.
Phrasal verb 15. Put away. It means, to tidy or store something.
Example 1. After finishing the puzzle, she put away all the pieces in the box. Example 2. It's important to put away your toys after playing with them. Example 3. He cleaned up the kitchen and put away the dishes in their respective cabinets.
Phrasal verb 16. Come down. It means, to descend or lower oneself.
Example 1. The child was climbing the tree but had to come down when it started to rain. Example 2. The elevator is broken, so we'll have to come down the stairs. Example 3. When the temperature drops, it's advisable to come down from the mountain to avoid harsh weather conditions.
Phrasal verb 17. Let in. It means, to allow someone or something to enter.
Example 1. Can you please let in the cat? It's meowing outside the door. Example 2. The security guard refused to let us in without proper identification. Example 3. She opened the window to let in some fresh air into the room.
Phrasal verb 18. Break down. It means, fail or stop working mechanically.
Example 1. My car broke down on the way to work, so I had to call for a tow truck. Example 2. The old refrigerator finally broke down after years of use. Example 3. The communication system broke down during the storm, causing a temporary interruption in service.
Phrasal verb 19. Go out. It means, leave one's residence or location.
Example 1. We decided to go out for dinner instead of cooking at home. Example 2. She asked her friends if they wanted to go out for a movie night. Example 3. Don't forget to lock the door when you go out.
Phrasal verb 20. Show up. It means, to arrive or appear.
Example 1. I waited for him at the party, but he didn't show up. Example 2. The sun finally showed up after a cloudy morning. Example 3. She was nervous about the presentation, but she showed up and did her best.
Phrasal verb 21. Face up to. It means, to confront or acknowledge a difficult situation.
Example 1. It's time to face up to the fact that you made a mistake and take responsibility for it. Example 2. She finally faced up to her fear of public speaking and decided to enroll in a presentation skills course. Example 3. The team had to face up to the challenges of a tight deadline and work together to meet it.
Phrasal verb 22. Run out. It means, to deplete or exhaust completely.
Example 1. We ran out of milk, so I couldn't have cereal for breakfast. Example 2. During the camping trip, they ran out of firewood and had to gather more from the forest. Example 3. The store ran out of the popular toy, disappointing many customers.
Phrasal verb 23. Ask for. It means, to request or invite someone to do something.
Example 1. I will ask for your help when I need assistance with moving the furniture. Example 2. The teacher asked for volunteers to participate in the school play. Example 3. He asked for a glass of water to quench his thirst.
Phrasal verb 24. Knock down. It means, cause to fall or topple over.
Example 1. The strong wind knocked down several trees during the storm. Example 2. Be careful not to knock down the tower of blocks you're building. Example 3. The car accident caused the traffic light to be knocked down.
Phrasal verb 25. Try on. It means to put on a piece of clothing or try out something, typically to see if it fits or suits the person.
Example 1. She went to the store to try on different dresses before deciding which one to buy. Example 2. He asked his friend if he could try on his sunglasses to see how they looked on him. Example 3. Before buying a pair of shoes, it's a good idea to try them on and walk around to ensure they're comfortable.
Phrasal verb 26. Drop off. It means to leave someone or something at a destination.
Example 1. I will drop off the package at the post office on my way home. Example 2. Can you drop me off at the train station? I need to catch a train. Example 3. My mom asked me to drop off my little sister at school before going to work.
Phrasal verb 27. Grow out of. It means to outgrow or no longer have a particular behavior, interest, or phase.
Example 1. Children often grow out of their picky eating habits as they get older. Example 2. Many people grow out of their teenage rebellious phase as they mature. Example 3. As we develop new interests and priorities, we may grow out of certain hobbies or pastimes.
Phrasal verb 28. Carry on. It means continue or proceed with an activity.
Example 1. Despite the rain, the soccer players decided to carry on with the game. Example 2. After a short break, the teacher asked the students to carry on with their reading assignment. Example 3. I forgot my umbrella, but I decided to carry on walking in the rain.
Phrasal verb 29. Pick up. It means to lift or gather something, someone.
Example 1. He bent down to pick up the fallen book from the floor. Example 2. She picked up the phone and dialed her friend's number. Example 3. The children helped pick up the toys scattered around the room.
Phrasal verb 30. Figure out. It means understand or solve a problem.
Example 1. I couldn't figure out how to fix the broken clock. Example 2. She spent hours trying to figure out the crossword puzzle. Example 3. Can you help me figure out the best route to the airport?
Phrasal verb 31. Think over. It means to carefully consider or reflect upon something.
Example 1. Before making a decision, it's important to think it over and weigh the pros and cons. Example 2. She asked for some time to think the job offer over before giving her final answer. Example 3. When faced with a difficult problem, it's helpful to take a step back and think it over before taking action.
Phrasal verb 32. Get along. It means understand each other and cooperate well.
Example 1. Sarah and I get along really well because we share similar interests. Example 2. Despite their differences, the siblings manage to get along and support each other. Example 3. It's important to have good communication skills to get along with your colleagues at work.
Phrasal verb 33. Turn on. It means to activate or start the operation or functioning of something.
Example 1. To watch your favorite show, you need to turn on the television and select the right channel. Example 2. It's getting dark in here. Could you please turn on the lights? Example 3. I'll turn on the coffee machine so we can have a fresh cup of coffee.
Phrasal verb 34. Pass out. It means to lose consciousness or faint.
Example 1. The heat was unbearable, and she eventually passed out from dehydration. Example 2. After getting a flu shot, he felt lightheaded and almost passed out in the doctor's office. Example 3. The overwhelming stress caused him to pass out during the exam.
Phrasal verb 35. Clean up. It means to tidy or make something clean.
Example 1. I need to clean up my room before guests arrive. Example 2. Please clean up the kitchen after cooking. Example 3. The janitor cleaned up the spilled water on the floor.
Phrasal verb 36. Dress up. It means wearing formal or fancy clothing.
Example 1. She decided to dress up for the party and wore a beautiful evening gown. Example 2. The children love to dress up on Halloween and wear costumes. Example 3. We need to dress up for the wedding ceremony and wear our best clothes.
Phrasal verb 37. Put up with. It means to tolerate or endure.
Example 1. Despite his annoying habits, she decided to put up with her roommate until the lease ended. Example 2. The children had to put up with the noise from the construction site next to their school. Example 3. He had to put up with long working hours in order to meet the project deadline.
Phrasal verb 38. Go off. It means explode or make a loud noise.
Example 1. The fire alarm suddenly went off, causing everyone to evacuate the building. Example 2. I accidentally dropped the glass, and it shattered, making a loud noise when it went off. Example 3. When the timer reaches 0, the oven will beep to indicate that the food is ready and the alarm will go off.
Phrasal verb 39. Beat up. It means to physically assault or harm someone.
Example 1. The bully threatened to beat up the smaller kid if he didn't hand over his lunch money. Example 2. Unfortunately, he got into a fight and ended up getting beat up pretty badly. Example 3. The victim was left bruised and injured after being beaten up by a group of attackers.
Phrasal verb 40. Keep on. It means to continue doing something.
Example 1. Despite the challenges, she decided to keep on pursuing her dream. Example 2. The rain didn't stop them from playing. They kept on having fun. Example 3. If you want to improve your skills, you have to keep on practicing.
Phrasal verb 41. Wake up. It means to rouse from sleep or become alert after being asleep.
Example 1. The alarm clock helped me wake up in the morning for school. Example 2. She likes to drink a cup of coffee to fully wake up and feel energized. Example 3. I gently shook him to wake him up from his nap.
Phrasal verb 42. Cut down. It means to reduce or decrease in amount.
Example 1. To improve my health, I decided to cut down on sugary drinks and consume more water. Example 2. The company had to cut down on expenses to stay within their budget. Example 3. My doctor advised me to cut down on caffeine to help with my sleep quality.
Phrasal verb 43. Go ahead. It means proceed or continue with something.
Example 1. You can go ahead and start eating without me. I'll join you in a few minutes. Example 2. The teacher gave the students the green light to go ahead with their science experiment. Example 3. Despite the rain, the children decided to go ahead with their plans for a picnic.
Phrasal verb 44. Watch out. It means watch out means to be cautious or vigilant in order to avoid potential danger or harm.
Example 1. Watch out for the oncoming car while crossing the street. Example 2. Be careful and watch out for slippery surfaces after the rain. Example 3. I saw a bee flying towards you, so watch out.
Phrasal verb 45. Call back. It means to return a phone call.
Example 1. I missed your call earlier, but I'll make sure to call you back as soon as I can. Example 2. The receptionist said the manager is in a meeting and will call me back later. Example 3. Could you please leave a message, and I'll call you back as soon as I'm available?
Phrasal verb 46. Take off. It means to depart or leave quickly.
Example 1. I saw the plane take off from the runway and soar into the sky. Example 2. The children eagerly waited for the school bell to ring so they could take off and head home. Example 3. She quickly packed her bags and told her friends she had to take off to catch her train.
Phrasal verb 47. Look up. It means to search for information or improve.
Example 1. I need to look up the definition of this word in the dictionary. Example 2. She decided to look up the recipe online before cooking dinner. Example 3. If you're unsure about something, you can always look it up on the internet.
Phrasal verb 48. Hang up. It means to end a phone call.
Example 1. I need to hang up now because I have another call coming in. Example 2. He accidentally hung up on me when trying to switch to speakerphone. Example 3. After a long conversation, we finally decided to hang up and continue our discussion later.
Phrasal verb 49. Fill out. It means to complete or provide information for a form or document.
Example 1. Please fill out this application form with your personal details. Example 2. Don't forget to fill out the survey to give us your feedback. Example 3. The employee was asked to fill out a timesheet to track their working hours.
Phrasal verb 50. Dress down. It means to wear casual or informal clothing.
Example 1. On Fridays, we have a dress-down policy at work, allowing employees to wear jeans and t-shirts. Example 2. Since it's a casual event, you can dress down and wear comfortable clothes. Example 3. The students were excited for the dress-down day at school, where they could wear their favorite casual outfits.
Phrasal verb 51. Back down. It means to retreat or withdraw from a position or argument.
Example 1. After a heated argument, he decided to back down and apologize for his harsh words. Example 2. The company initially demanded a higher price, but eventually they had to back down and accept the customer's offer. Example 3. The politician faced pressure from the public and had to back down from his controversial proposal.
Phrasal verb 52. Write down. It means to record or note in writing.
Example 1. Please write down your name and contact information on this form. Example 2. I always write down important tasks in my planner to help me remember them. Example 3. If you have any questions during the meeting, feel free to write them down and we'll address them at the end.
Phrasal verb 53. Look after. It means to take care of or supervise.
Example 1. Can you please look after my pet cat while I'm on vacation? Example 2. The older sister promised to look after her younger siblings while their parents were away. Example 3. The babysitter was hired to look after the children during the evening.
Phrasal verb 54. Get away. It means to escape or leave a place or situation.
Example 1. I need to get away from the city and relax in the countryside. Example 2. Let's plan a weekend trip to the beach to get away from work. Example 3. The thief managed to get away before the police arrived.
Phrasal verb 55. Warm up. It means to become friendlier or more affectionate towards someone.
Example 1. After a few awkward encounters, they started to warm up to each other and became good friends. Example 2. The cat was initially shy, but with time, it began to warm up to its new owner and show affection. Example 3. At first, the child was hesitant around the unfamiliar dog, but eventually, they warmed up to each other and played together.